they're commenting on my photo like, we all make mistakes, but I'm still on your side, you know, you've learned from this. But then I'm like, I'm just sitting there reading this, you know, and I can't answer. Like, I don't want to feed into this, and I cannot answer them and be like, but that's not me, you know.
Yeah, that's not true.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better. When I look at what I've done, now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. I could feel it in my bones. There was something going on.
All right, Kris, dude, it's gonna be a sick podcast, bro.
My rap.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason is because I've never made a podcast before, ever. And you're my first guest.
Yeah, I'm a pretty cool guest too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, people, for those of you guys who don't know, this is Kris. Like, how did we even get to know each other? That's the hard part, because I feel like I've just known you for so long. Whenever we met, it was just like a friend I've known my whole life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like, you know, we're old souls, bro. That's why. We're old souls that, like, they always, like, kind of team up again, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just it. And then we texted each other on Instagram. That's the more
That's basically it, yeah.
logic reason, I guess. But
We also have some dark shit, you know, that happened in the past.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
might bring up later in the podcast. But anyway, so for those of you guys who don't know what this is basically a podcast, and this is just a concept I came up with on the spot, which is, well, people have done this before, obviously, but it's just, I wanted to do this for my channel as well, to see how it goes. So basically what I did, I sat in my room and I'm like, well, I like making quick, stimulating videos, but I know some people would really appreciate if I made like a long video just talking with another individual that has, you know, kind of like the same mindset and also a different mindset. We're very similar in the way we're thinking and the way we're living life, but still we're thinking differently. So just having a interesting conversation, talking about, you know, interesting topics and see how and where that goes. So that's basically just a quick introduction for those of you guys who don't know what to expect from this video. But yeah, from now on you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy this conversation, I guess. I have a feeling it's going to get kind of deep. I have some topics that I want to talk about personally. And yeah, but it's also going to be a lot of fun. So guys, kick back, relax, and enjoy. So Kris, for those of the people out there who don't know who you are, like, who is Kris? If you were to explain yourself in like a couple words, like.
I mean, like, long story short, I feel like Kris is just like curly Scandinavian, like growing up in a small city in Violent, Denmark. Don't go there, by the way. Only on Sundays, hey. And yeah, I just you know, I just pursue my dreams and what I want to do, like traveling, doing photos, videos, having a good time. I love like skating, surfing, stupid stuff.
You do really look like a skating, surfing type of guy, though. You know what I mean? That's you. You shine. That's like, you could walk on the street and just look at you and you're like, okay, that dude, he definitely skates. You can tell, you know, like it's easy to see that in you. So, okay, so that's Kris. Now, what's interesting to like me and also a lot of people is basically just how you and me, we're 21 years old, by the way, both of us, and how this whole like fame thing happened, you know?
Yeah.
How and why did me and you like pursue this weird path and weird career, so to speak, even though I don't look at it as a job and a career, but it's like, how did we end up here and why did we take this route instead of like the traditional way, you know, people in society take, you know?
But I mean, like, we always like chat a lot, and like what literally happened is like I went to school, played soccer, I had a beautiful girlfriend, like shout out to my beautiful ex-girlfriend, like, and she was amazing and everything was cool, but I wasn't happy, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was happy, I thought I was like growing up in a small town is chilling, you know.
Yeah. You were doing what the society told you to do and what you were supposed to be happy about. You know what I mean? Played soccer, did well in school, whatever, you know.
Yeah, and
those
I really
things.
like. I thought my dreams were in soccer, and I really pursued it. Like worked hard for it, trained. I was very dedicated and stuff. Like, but at some point, you know, I just felt like I wasn't happy, and I kind of knew it. But anyways, I was like, this is just how life is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, when you hit a certain point in your life, you just feel this makes no sense for me. Like you get to a point where you hate waking up, like when it's not the weekend, and that's not how it should be, you know. And you know that yourself, like so. And I don't know if it's like because I've had a lot of energy or I couldn't concentrate in class and like the teachers never liked me and I didn't do my homework and I were never in school anyways.
Yeah.
Go to school, but you know, it's like all that stuff is like it just kind of made sense when all this happened. Like, okay, this is what I do. You know, this is what I'm good at. I'm good at doing all of these kind of stuff, like my creative mindset and the way I interpret things and the way I want to produce visuals in addition to the memories and moments we make and how to make them. I feel like that's what I can do, you know. That's why I'm here.
It's also more of a real conversation you're having with yourself taking that decision. I remember, at least for myself, it was like, well, obviously I can go the traditional route, you know. School provides these options for me later in life, in work life, and all these things, you know. But no one provides you with, like, you can become, you know, a social media influencer if you want to, and do your thing and create, you know, spread your creativity.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I actually remember the exact day and time this clicked in my head, because I always thought to myself, I know so many people who literally think this themselves, like they have dreams and they have things they want to achieve, right? But they don't really believe in it themselves. They think they do. They're like, oh, you know, maybe. But a lot of people think it's like you got lucky, you know. You were born into a rich family. That's why you're rich.
Okay, so like they mean it's like if it happens, it happens for you.
Yes.
Like, you don't have to pursue it. Okay.
I feel like a lot of people, they have dreams. I get so many people that come up to me and tell me like, I want to become a YouTuber, but it doesn't really have to be a YouTuber. It can be anything, you know.
Yeah.
So they are locked in this like social box in a sense. You know what I mean? It's like they have a lid on top of them.
Yeah, they're like caught up in the system. You
Exactly.
know? And it's also about routines, because like whenever you get like into a routine where everything is always the same, going to school, making homework, partying, making girls, you know, making out with girls, or you know, everything becomes so much of a routine or whatever you say. So you don't allow yourself to dream, you know. And I'm always like, no matter what people do, if they work in a 7-Eleven or they work at building houses or show me or whatever videos, images, I'm always like, no matter what my friends do, I'm just feeling happy for them, you know. I'm
as long as they're happy. But my point that I'm trying to get across is, you know, a lot of people, they, especially I know like in Norway, you know, a lot of people, they go to school and then they can go this, you know, like normal school that everyone goes to, and in your social circle and with, you know, your friends at school, everyone is going there because they don't really know what they want to do. So it's kind of like a thing you do while you're waiting to get like a higher education kind of thing, but you don't really become anything.
I think it's the same as in Denmark with gymnasium.
Yeah, it's what I'm trying to, you know, explain, but I don't know the word for it in English. But you know, but people don't really know themselves, you know what I mean? Because what if people, when they were like 10 years old or 12 years old, 15, whatever it might be, you know, had a real conversation with themselves and got to know themselves and be like, hey, I see all my friends doing this. I'm being told by my parents, I need to do this, you know. And you're trying to please whatever is, you know, projected upon you as who you're supposed to be, you know. You're trying to please that image. But, like, I swear to God, there's so few people that's really aware and in contact with themselves, in touch with themselves. They're just floating, you know.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see people just be brutally honest with themselves when it comes to what they want to achieve in life, what they want to do, and what makes them happy, you know. And as I told you earlier, like this, I remember this exact moment. I swear to God, we were in Tenerife. No, we were in Alcudia, which is in Mallorca, right? With my family, and me and my dad, we were sitting on the porch, and then I read an article about this like rich guy from my hometown, and then he lost like hundreds of millions, like 1 billion Norwegian kroners, you know, all this stuff. He made a lot of money, but then he lost it all, you know. But then all of a sudden, he had managed to like work his way back up. he was in debt like 200 million Norwegian kroners. Can you imagine? And he worked his way back up.
Yeah.
It's insane. And that said to me like, okay, so this dude were in debt 200, 300 million Norwegian kroners, right? But he still managed to work his way back up. It's something about him and his drive, you know? He's not different than anyone else. I used to think like, I used to dream and be like, oh, I want to do this when I get older. I want to become, you know, a successful YouTuber, all these kind of things. But I really didn't believe in it. I was like, I'm going to one day, maybe, if I'm lucky, you know? But I didn't really believe in it. But when I saw that, I'm like, okay, this dude, he was super rich. He wasn't in debt that much, but he managed to work his way back up. It's something about that person. So to me, I was like, I can do the exact same thing, and everyone has that potential, and like,
yeah, but I also feel like it depends on the way you see it, because there's two point of views. Either way, you can always think like, oh, I need the success. Like, what is success? It's like becoming a big YouTuber or whatever it is. But on the other hand, like how I see it, and of course everybody sees it in their own way, but the way I see it is more about what makes you happy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And it's more like, okay, let's say like for you, like you love YouTube, you love when you film videos and, you know, you invite people into your world. That's what you like, you know what I'm saying? And I like doing the videos and photos. I like traveling and experiencing new stuff, adventures. And like, to be honest, like if I had 10 followers, I would still do the same. I hope you would do the same too, because I don't see the goal as in being big and successful in something, because being big and successful is already if you're happy.
Yeah.
You know? And then it's just the format, like how big is it or how big are you? But it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you do what makes you happy, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah. And that's also
really the way people should see it, if you ask me.
Of course, yeah. So my point with that was, it wasn't about like he made his way back up, you know, making millions of dollars. That's not what my point was. But it was he was
tight,
able.
though.
Yeah, it was sick. But it's like
It was
like, do you know how few people can actually do that? Push the needle and do something like that. It's sick. Yeah. But everyone can do it. It's not impossible. So by that, obviously, I'm not talking about like money and YouTube and all this stuff. You know, if that's what you want to do, then fine. But it's just like with whatever you want to do, it's right there in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, like with whatever you want to do. But then happiness also comes down to perspective. You know.
Yeah.
It's like if you have. This is one of the craziest things. I just like. The other day I had like a crazy reality check, because if you have a roof over your head, you have a bed to sleep in, and you get enough food, you're richer than 90% of the world.
Yeah.
You're in the top 10%.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That's perspective.
That's insane.
It's like, what can you complain about? Like, you're in the top 10%.
And that's my point too, because like, especially in Scandinavia, you know, you have all the system is so well built that whatever happens or whatever you do, you will always get caught by the net, you know, the security net. You will never be homeless, or of course there's some homeless people, never say never and shit.
Yeah.
But you know, there's always like some sort of, you know, net to catch you, so you can pretty much try out everything you want to.
When it comes to like your lifestyle though, like what does a day in your life look like?
It depends on if it's Sunday, because then I'm probably hungover.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about like, what is your mindset like day to day? Because a lot of people think, okay, they see you, right?
Yeah.
I see Kris on Instagram, you know.
Yeah.
You must be living this insane life. Like, you know, you do a lot of crazy shit, but like, how is it like your brain of thought and like your personality like on a day-to-day basis? Because if you ask me, like, a lot of people think that I feel like I'm famous, you know. A lot of people ask me, oh, you think you're so famous, you know? Like, you think you're famous because you have, you know, that many subs and you, whatever. But I swear to God, I don't look at myself that way at all. Yeah. At all. Like, I can walk in the street and people come up to me, want to take photos, and I still think it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can never get used to it, because I'm like, wait, I'm with myself 24/7. I know my good sides and my bad sides. I like to be hygienic, but I can also, you know, not brush my teeth whenever I go to bed sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like, I know all these things about me, and I'm like, I'm not a perfect human being. I'm not this super famous guy you would want to take a photo with. I feel that myself, because I'm just me, you know? I'm a normal person. So how do you think about those kind of things? Because, you know.
I mean, like, it's hard to explain, because you are who you are, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's the same, like, whenever I'm out traveling, and like, I remember one time in Bali, these two Chinese girls came up on me, and they saw I ran like the campaign for Daniel Wellington, so they bought the same one. Oh, you know, and they were like, when they saw it, they were like, oh, oh my god, you Kristoffer.
Oh
Can we do
yeah,
photos?"
they bought it through you then.
Yeah, I was running like a campaign on Instagram
Oh,
with it, so
shit,
that's
yeah.
why they bought it.
Oh,
They saw
shit.
me in the elephant sanctuary. You know, we were out like saving elephants, and they were there too. Like these, I think they were 18 or something, Chinese girls, and they're like, "Oh, it's so amazing seeing you, etc., etc." You know, and I don't feel like it's weird. I only feel it's weird when it's in Denmark, to be honest. But like, I feel like it's I'm happy, you know, when it
Yeah,
happens.
of course. Like,
And I'm like, I love to inspire, and I love to like I love to help out people, you know. And as a person, I think I'm just, and you know that too. Like I'm very chill, you know. Like I just chill around and skate and do stupid stuff. And I feel like what you see on my gram or YouTube, that's what you get. To be honest, like it's a crazy guy that just wanna chill with good people and good times always, you know. And
yeah.
it's not like Instagram reality versus the reality, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it is mixed, you know.
collided.
Yeah, it's the same, you know.
But obviously, you have like, you know, you see, like, Instagram can be messed with. You can make a photo look better and more exciting than what it really was. You know what I mean? And everyone, like, even
Yeah.
myself, when I,
That's art, you know.
of
That's,
course,
that's
when
the
I
art
when I
part.
come back after taking photos and stuff, if I were to post like the flat photo, just a photo without the filters and editing and stuff, you know, it wouldn't be the same depth and vibe to it, you know.
Yeah.
So you can obviously do that, and people, you know, sometimes mix that up. But yeah, I get what you're saying, because it's literally like you know.
Yeah, no, but the way I see it is like some pictures are of course low key or selfies or just fucked up stuff, and other stuff is more like artsy. It's more
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you use
yeah,
a lot
for
of
sure,
time on it,
yeah.
and it's art. It's your art piece. That's how you do it. That's how you like it.
You know what's funny? Because like I really like, I joke around a lot and just make, you know, have fun and stuff. But on Instagram, I see this sometimes, that I post very like serious photos.
Mhm.
It seems like I'm very serious all the time, you know.
Yeah.
But it's more because I look on that as like an art gallery.
Yeah.
Like I collect art there, you know.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid saying I'm art, you know. Like, I'm
No,
posting
of
photos
course, it's your art. You know,
but
it's
I'm
your
trying
kind
to
of
like
art.
capture a vibe and something, you know, on the photos. I'm trying to capture like how that moment felt like.
Yeah.
You know, so when I'm standing in the middle of a cornfield with the northern lights and everything, you know, I'm trying
Yeah.
to capture that moment and bring it to life. So when people see my stuff, they're like, they can feel how that was like.
Yeah, that's what I'm always saying too. Like, let's say we make videos or we like pictures. It doesn't matter. We just capture these memories in the box in the lens. When I see it like a month after, I get tears in my eyes. You know, even though if it's just a vlog in Santorini or Peru or whatever, like, 'cause we had such a good time. You
Yeah.
know, and when other people see it, if they just feel like a percentage
Yeah, yeah.
of the same I felt when we made it,
Yeah.
that's magic. You know what I'm saying? That's art.
Because then you're creating an emotion in people. That's
Yeah, and you're
moving.
inspiring in a good way. You know, being
Exactly.
yourself. You know.
Yeah, yeah. But then, what do you think about when it comes to like haters and stuff regarding to? Because obviously, you know, all social
yeah,
media people have haters. But I'm just thinking like, I don't. When it comes to haters and stuff, I used to back in the day when I was younger. I was really affected by it, like very affected by it. But now I'm more like interested in just like observing why people act a certain way, you know.
Mm.
It's so interesting to see like what made this person feel the need to comment this to me. Who got anything out of this, you know?
yeah.
So sometimes I'm just looking at it and I'm distancing myself from the comment. I'm like, how did this help that person? What made them so angry or upset
Yeah,
about
yeah.
me, you know? It's so like, it's funny in a sense. I'm like reading and being like, okay, like how,
Yeah,
what,
I get
like,
you,
did
I
we
get
ever
you,
talk?
100%,
Like, you know what I
100%.
mean?
I feel like, you know, honestly, I'm very, very bad at, you know, bad at it. Because, like, it's not because I take it personal, but it's just, you know, I'm always about the good vibes and, you know, the good people. I'm always surrounded by very good people and a lot of people, and we always have such a good time. So it's so rare that anything is negative, you know, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, for
negative
sure, yeah.
energy. And I don't like, you know, the negative energy. So when haters and shit happens, and of course the more you do and the bigger you grow, the more haters there will be. And I do well know that like haters are your biggest fans, you know.
Yeah, kind of. I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
they're
they love
stalking
seeing, they
you.
love seeing what
Yeah,
you're doing.
They're stalking you.
But like my rule for that whole thing is like I keep my circle very small, and you know this, right?
yeah,
A small circle of friends and family. And whenever people bring negative energy around me, I have this bubble I call like the real bubble,
yeah,
which is what matters to me. So if you were to tell me something that hurt me, that would matter to me. But if it's something on the outside,
Yeah, of course.
it's just like it
Yeah,
doesn't
just
matter.
Comfortable. Real
Yeah,
comfortable.
for sure. So it's like I'm calling it like the real bubble,
Yeah.
where whatever like people say about me or believe about me or all these kind of things that's being
Yeah.
said about me, or people comment shit and stuff, it shouldn't affect me. I have this bubble that's real.
Yeah.
Outside of that bubble, it doesn't change anything. It just you have people that has negative energy and they get so involved in someone else's life that they want to be part of it and drag you down to their level because they see you doing, I don't know what it is, but it's something about human psychology that's just so interesting. And like, why do people do this?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I never ever commented or anything bad on anybody else. I did, no matter what I thought. Because sometimes I think, what the fuck, too. I'm like,
Yeah.
how does this even make sense?
Yeah.
And it's especially when it's just content. Instead of having good times. But I never comment on it. I never express myself about it because it's not my thing. Everybody just do their own thing, and I'm like, I'm over here doing my own thing too. So whenever you're trying to drag me down, it can be a bunch of stuff, bro. It can be like, people are so weird, and I don't care like if it's similarities, but if like we're in 2018, right? And in Denmark we have the saying like you can't invent, the ball, like, because it's already there, like. But you can make new kinds of it, and you can get inspired, and you can make it your own way, So I'm just getting super sick when people are like trying to drag other people down because they're doing something that maybe they want to do, or what I usually think is like haters. They're like looking at you and they're like, why can he do that?
Yeah,
When I can't
that's
do
exactly my point back in, like I was saying earlier, like that clicked for me, like I can do that as well.
Yeah.
I don't have to like think, like hope that I one day maybe, an angel comes down and says, yo, here's, you can walk this path.
You are blessed, my bro.
Green lights, you can go now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought I had to wait for that moment, but like it's all me, it's in my control,
Yeah, but I feel like it's like it's always like people trying themselves, like and I always feel like of course I worked my ass off with all this and worked for all these magazines and shit, worked for free and like didn't earn no money for like a year or something, I really just was in the hustle, but
I find it so fascinating why the human species, find the need to drag people down. I don't know if it's in our DNA or instincts or whatever it might be, because I can feel it sometimes myself. If I, look at someone and they're doing something amazing that I want to do, I might get, that jealous feeling. Like, what is that? Why do I get jealous? It's not like, but you won't find me online hating on somebody.
No.
Because I don't want to, let them do whatever they do. But it's
honestly, I never feel that jealousy. Like if I see something that's really sick, like maybe it's so insane, it could be anything. I'm always like, damn, that's sick, bro. Like that's like hands down, that's fucking cool. You're just doing your thing, and wow.
Yeah, most times I'm just like so supportive, but I swear to God, just to be like 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it really bites me. I'm like, I see someone that's doing something that I want to do or could have done, I'm like,
but why don't you just think like,
exactly?
Why don't you just go to the next part? Like, how did he do it? How does he do it?
Of course, that's my, but like in the moment, I wonder why I get that first initial reaction. That's not how I don't walk around keep on thinking this. Because he's,
But people do that,
Yeah.
People do that.
Yeah, of
They're
course,
like,
and that's haters. But I'm just saying, like, because I can relate to it. I know where it's coming from. But it's not like I'm holding grudge. I'm just wondering, like, why do people get this first, like, shit, like, and I think that's a weakness within human beings themselves. Because I know I could have done it, but I didn't take the chance. I was lazy,
Yeah.
That's just me being brutally honest with you, like. But that's not me. Like, I don't walk around and hold grudge to anyone. I love when people, reach goals and stuff. I want to want the best for people.
Yeah.
But I can't lie. Whenever I see someone that does something I could have done, just like, why didn't I do it? That could have been me. And I get mad at myself because I'm like, I have the potential to do this, and I didn't do it. You know what I mean?
But I usually say like, other success don't limit yours,
So, I think I also wanted to talk about, I don't know how much detail I want to go into this, but the last couple of months I've been gone. I've been
They've been awesome. They've been so good.
No, it's been a couple crazy months, to be honest, and I went MIA a little bit, and
MIA?
MIA, missed in action. Like I just disappeared,
Okay.
and MIA, yeah.
I thought it was
I remember that.
AFK.
away from keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm a nerd.
Yeah, me too. So I can like feel my heart pumping right now, just thinking about it. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells right now. But it's when it comes to that whole situation, I literally regret like everything. I regret ever talking about it, ever trying to defend myself, like all of it, because I was sitting there and it was, you know, I was seeing all these like really spiteful comments being made about me, and I'm sitting there and I just keep like, I remember like vividly I was thinking to myself like, should I address this and be like, this is fake, like this is, you know, this is not me, or should I just let it go, you know, because in the beginning it was just like a lot of weird like hating and stuff. So I was like, I felt like I needed to address this, and then I tried to do it like in the most respectful way ever, right? Tried to do it in the most respectful way ever, and then the reason why I regret like doing it is because I had like this small voice inside me saying like it's going to be a complete shit show.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna just stand up for yourself, but you're gonna get it, you know, 10 times worse back, you know. So yeah, actually play the clip.
I don't know what I expect from this, really. I really don't, but I do believe it's going to be some shouting and overly saturated stories, and which should be taken with a pinch of salt, as well as everything else, even this video.
You see, in the video, I already like expected it to be like a shit show.
Yeah.
I had this feeling, I had that voice, I really regret it, you know.
Yeah, I understand why people are in doubt what happened, because, you know, if two people go together and they don't know each other and they just agree on something, of course, if you see it as a third person, you would of course be like,
yeah, something's
he
not right.
fucked up.
Yeah,
you know? He fucked up.
I actually respect you for saying that to me, because it's true, you know. Like
Yeah.
when you have two people saying it, it's like, okay, then
Then
what do you got to say now?
it seems legit, you know. It
Yeah.
seems real, but
because
you know,
the thing I was doing, like with the first video that I made, was literally I just felt like it was really unfair, because it was just a lot of stuff going on, you know, no videos or no nothing. So I just made a video like explaining myself and saying sorry for whatever, you know, I felt I'd done wrong. And then the American girl, you know, she replied with a video of herself. The first one was totally fine. She corrected things she meant that I had said wrong in the video, you know, stuff that wasn't, you know, she didn't feel was okay, and that's totally fine. Like if she wants to, and if she feel like I didn't, you know, explain myself well enough, then of course go over it, you know, explain your side, you know, potato. You don't know how accurate, you know, both is, but it's fine. Like the thing is, I actually like called you, and as you know, you could probably tell, you didn't, that wasn't me, you know.
yeah, you were down. Let's say it like that. You're really down.
Yeah.
You're really down.
And it was so weird, because all of a sudden, you know, she contacted her, you know, and they started talking together, and why, like, she had nothing to do with it. I haven't met her for like a long time. Now that was one of the smartest things she could have ever done, because now, you know, you have two people, and then all of a sudden the Danish girl had a problem with me. We never had a problem, ever. We only had fun, you know, like we walked around, had fun, filmed, it was all this stuff, but then, you know, all of a sudden she had a problem with me. All of it, like, it was so crazy how it was just like, this person with so many followers contacted her and saying, you know, he's a piece of shit, you know, I get it, it was heated in the moment, you know, from the American girl side, so it's like, she's pissed, but then the Danish girl jumps on board, and it's like, when did we ever have a problem? What do you have to do with this, you know? We never had a problem, ever. It was totally fine, like everything.
Yeah.
I swear to God, and you even know people who, I'm not gonna mention any name, but that's connected to her, right? Like everyone's saying that. Like, I even had, you know, Max, who we were hanging out with yesterday, and a Danish friend of mine. They were living in the apartment with us.
Yeah.
And they're like, they thought she was joking at first. They were like, wait, is this a joke? You know?
People can talk as much as they want, but you know the truth. You know, everybody experiences that.
I remember, like, I tried to call both of them, you know, continuously, because I called all the time, like, to ask, like, what's going on? What is this? Like, where did that come from, you know? All these things, but both of them just blocked me. And then they started talking in between them, you know, and left me outside, and then they started, you know, I don't know how that conversation went, but you know, every few times I got through to them, they recorded phone calls, which is not legal. They were listening in on each other's phone calls, and every time there was a phone call, I got through. I tried to ask, like, what is going on? Please tell me. I don't. You're keeping me outside and like assuming things and talking you two in between and making this, you know, whole show.
But you think it was for the views?
I don't know. I think definitely from the American girl side, I don't think it was. I think she was just trying to protect her own image, you know. But then it's like I tried to get through, and it was always just when we talked in the phone call, it was always just trying to make me say the wrong thing. You know, there was no collaboration of like what's going on. I got no explanation of nothing. It was just like, so that's what you're saying, you know, right? That's what you're saying. And then I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Don't twist my words and stuff. And then you hear in the background like, oh, I'm glad we got that, you know?
Yeah, that's sneaky as fuck though. You know, you hit these spots in life where you just feel like, you know, fuck, I'm losing my soul in this, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, it's weird because it's
bro.
the first, I remember like some of the accusations, I guess, were so like, it was almost like watching like a different person, you know?
Yeah.
Like it was almost like watching like a movie or something else. It was so crazy. It was like crazy accusations. Can you see this?
Yeah, you're shaking.
Yeah, it's still ingrained in me, like the whole event. So, but it was just like so much crazy shit was being said. I didn't get through. I didn't get to talk to anyone, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's gonna, you know, sue me.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? You've blocked me. I can't even talk to you.
Yeah.
But I've never ever said that. Oh, he's gonna kill himself. No, life is so beautiful. Like I would never.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I know you, bro.
And then the one thing that really like annoys me about this is that people, like, all of a sudden the conclusion to it all was like, oh, so no, he used us. He used us, you know. That was what he did. That was what he was after all along. He was using us for fame and for money. But if you look on, when I came to Denmark that time to be with the Danish girl and hang out with her and film and stuff, I had more subscribers than her. So does that mean I used her? No, I don't care. Am I using you right now?
No, we talked about this a lot of times, you know. It's more like, you know, you can always see it like that if you're using each other and stuff like that. But I see it more as, you know, you see if your souls connect, you see if your vibe is good. And if it's good, you know, you would always be down to help each other, you know, with different stuff. It would be the same as if you broke your leg and you would be like, yo, Kris, could you pick a cucumber up for me from the store?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You know, we're helping each other. It's not
but
like
it's like you're very aware of what's going on right now. You know what's going on right now. It's not like I'm tricking you into like, Kris, you know, 'cause I'm gonna pay you $1 million to talk. No, if you had like 10 subs or 1 million subs, like it wouldn't really matter to me because the reason why I wanted to have you on for the first like podcast is because I know you have an open mindset and it's gonna be an interesting conversation, you know.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? It's like
a
friendly collaboration, and I was there. It was. Like it was said, I didn't pay anything for myself, but the first time I traveled, I paid 20,000 kroners for the hotels, for both of us, room service, food, all of this. I had the receipts and everything, you know. Next time, 15,000. Like I didn't make a single dollar back from all of this, you know. I've only lost. And at the end of the day, it's like, if I really, you know, use them or whatever, if that's what they mean, then it's for sure everything's gone now, you know. Plus I'm left with a lot of hate. But that was never the intention. And just think, I want you to like think about this for 1 second. You don't spend 6 months dating a girl to use her. You do it like you do 2 collaborations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After the first trip, I would have just checked out, you know.
And I don't see your image as
Like
being ruined, to be honest. Like I've not heard anybody, and I swear on my mouth, like I've not heard anybody saying bad shit about you, like literally. I don't know, like the Danish girl is always in the news, and you know, as I said before, when I married, she was very kind. Like I don't have nothing bad to say about her, but everybody has an opinion about her, though. You know?
Yeah, but it's just like, it was just like sad seeing, you know. It was the smartest move they could make, or the American girl could make, because now it's 2 against 1. It seems more credible, right?
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, it's like I'm left there, and then it's kind of like, this was, you know, two people I really cared about, and just like it hurts seeing someone you care about, you know, turn your back on you like that.
that hurts a lot,
And then
bro. Like,
the thing that also like kills me with this is that I'm sitting on like everything. I've wanted to talk, you know, and just saying like, no, like what you're hearing here, that's not it, you know. That's not it. Like I'm sitting on all this, like I can, you know, I've been like for 2 months going through this in my head, and like, but I don't have the balls. Literally, I swear, to God, I don't want to start that hell again. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't want to start that hell again. And I tried to like just say peacefully my side, but you so happen, you know.
Yeah.
Then it's more stuff that all like right then and there. It's the easiest thing to like accuse a guy for. Oh, he, you know, he used me for you know substance abuse and stuff.
Yeah.
But then we all knew what was going on all along. You know what I mean? I didn't make anything on it, and it's just like what really kills me though is that the people I'm left with, you know, my followers, they're commenting on my photo like, we all make mistakes, but I'm still on your side, you know, you've learned from this. But then I'm like, I'm just sitting there reading this, you know,
Yeah.
and I can't answer, like I don't want to feed into this, and I cannot answer them and be like, but that's not me, you know.
Yeah, that's not true.
Like the fact that people would even, if that was me, the fact that if people would even like say that it's fine and still support me, that's amazing in itself. But I gotta just, you know, watch it from the outside and be like, come on now, you know.
Yeah, that's not you, and that's not what happened.
It's like at the end of the day, it's just gonna be word for word, like.
Yeah, I think like it's been addressed enough. You know, you need to like, now you have the chance to say it. You know, and you need to like stop thinking about it, no matter how hard it is, and like, no, you didn't do it. You don't have to admit that you did. You know, you don't have to admit something you didn't do, but you just need to cruise on the wave. You know, it takes too much bad vibe for you, like too much bad energy.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm just like, I'm holding this in for myself, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's I don't know. I genuinely just believe like time will tell, you know.
Yeah.
There's gonna come a time where people will see like, okay.
Trust me, this
It
man
was-
knows 100%. This
I
man knows
always like, I don't know. Whatever. I just genuinely hopes, you know, everyone learns something from this, and that everyone's happy now. That all that matters, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure they will though.
I guess that's that story, you know.
100%. Yeah, but easy, bro. Like, you need to take it easy.
I put everything behind me. Everyone's doing fine, but you know, it's still here.
Yeah.
You know.
But it will be for some time, you know. It's the same when you break up with your ex-girlfriend. Like, when we broke up, like, we've been together for 4 years. I lost my soul, legit. Like, I really did. But, like, what is it you say? Time heals all sores, or, you know?
Time will tell. I genuinely believe that. Like, after time, you know, whatever people, you know, image people have of me right now, it doesn't change who I am. But I feel like I'm just gonna keep on being me and being positive. And after, you know, time has passed, people are gonna like okay, we see that this was very over exaggerated.
Yeah.
And that it was.
Yeah.
It doesn't like.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, we're just like people on a big rock floating through the universe, and everything's gonna be forgotten in 100 years anyway. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, the challenge of being a human being with feelings, I guess. You know, that's it. And I like sometimes, you know, you just get dealt really a shitty hand. You know,
Shitty
in life, yeah, like cards. You get dealt shitty cards.
Oh, yeah.
It's up to you to
Shitty
deal
hand.
with it, you know.
But I'm more of a dice guy, you know.
Yeah,
I
you're
do
more-
the dice.
All right,
Yeah,
bro.
but-
Let's honestly, I didn't mean to like dig that deep, but it's
No,
like
but yeah, I get you 100%. Like, bro, you just need to move on, man. You need to get back on your grind, your hustle. You need to like do what makes you happy. And then if people have an opinion, you know, let them have an opinion. You know, like it. No matter what you do, bro, and what happens, like people always have an opinion, especially when girls are involved and when two girls team together and say something. There's definitely gonna be hard opinions, but
yeah.
you know, fuck that. You just go out, have a good time, eat vegan. That would make you feel better. Eat vegan, kids, and surf,
Yeah, bro.
skate.
Yeah,
chill,
no, I mean, like, I'm dead serious. Like, I really appreciate, like, just, I mean, because I don't talk with anyone about this. Like, even my my family and friends really don't know like what went down because it's so taboo to talk about. They saw me like being in my room, just lock myself in there, you know, for so long. And it's, you know.
I'm always listening, man. You know, I'm always listening.
Yeah, I appreciate that so much. So it's like, yeah, I just hope everyone, you know, is doing amazing now and whatever. Let's learn from this, and you know, this is in the past, and the future is gonna be freaking sick. However, so anyway, let's move on from this stuff. I didn't mean to get so deep into it, but anyway, dude, we need to get the vibe back up. So please tell me about, you know, vegan, like your diet. How are you?
Yeah, bro, I'm so excited to tell you about my diet. I've been vegan for 7 days.
Woo!
But I fucked it up the first day because what really happened was like Joe, he made these amazing rolls like with veggies and tofu and stuff like that, and I just felt like, you know, when I was dipping that one in the water and putting shit in it, it was the first time I ever did it, and I put it together, it was like, you know, on a condom or something, you know, it was gross.
We gotta blur that out, come on. Jesus, bro.
But that's how it was, you know.
Was it good?
Saying? No, hell no. What do you mean?
Not
it was
good?
Dude, it was awful. And like, no disrespect to Joe and his food, because he was like, if you liked it, I'm sure it was very good.
Yeah.
I wasn't just down with it. I was not down with it. You know? So I ordered like Domino's pizza, the family size 5 chicken wings. He comes in the door and Joe is like, out. You eat it outside. So I sat on the terrace.
You were vegan for how long? 5 hours? 4 hours?
5 hours.
Well.
But then after that, I've been vegan for a week.
Yeah. And until yesterday, that was kebab time. You know what I mean? You're on vacation, so I guess that's fine.
Don't say that, bro. Joe is gonna kill me, bro.
Okay. Well, it was whatever. Okay. Yeah. So, but I'm.
Fuck that, Joe. No, Joe. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, we have a bit, so I lost the bet. Yeah. It's so bad. Yeah. But like my diet, I feel like I'm the kind of person like I try to eat healthy, and you know I always skate and surf as I said earlier, and like I want to be like I just want my body and my soul to be healthy, you know. I don't want to be a bodybuilder or like a fat fat guy like the family man Pete, you know, like not that fat guy, but I just wanna eat what I want to and eat what's good for me, you know. That makes me feel good.
You know, with a healthy body and a clean healthy body, you know, the mind and body's connected. So
exactly.
I love eating clean, and I love drinking plenty, like almost only drink water, right? And I do this for like a month straight, eating clean, you know, smoothies. I work out, I eat a lot of protein, I get all my carbs in, you know, fat, all this, you know, healthy coconut oil, all this shit, you know, everything, and it feels so good. But then all of a sudden, like the last week, I've been binging on sugar. I don't know what it is, but my skin and face does not handle sugar. I get so much acne and puffy face. Yeah. I just feel like drowsy, but I've been wanting chocolate, I've been wanting Coca-Cola, all these things like so badly.
Yeah, I know that
it
too.
It happens every once in a while, it's like...
But you should just let it flow with it, because if you want it, you want it, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I've been drinking alcohol for 8 months now. Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't been drinking alcohol for... What day is it today? It's Monday?
Yeah, through Tuesday.
Monday, Sunday, Saturday. Damn! 3 days.
3 days! Yay! New record for you, buddy!
Thanks, bro.
So yeah, anyway, no, but it's like, you're gonna see me 59 1 second before it's New Year's Eve. Because that's my goal, right? Which is to like not drink alcohol for a whole year. I was like, okay, let me try. I'm gonna be there, ready with the tequila bottle.
The tequila.
When the rockets go up.
Dude, honestly, we should do some crazy shit for New Year's Eve or something.
Yeah.
We should do some insane shit.
We could do some, like, I'm gonna celebrate like crazy, trust me, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I'm always down, like, when we
New
party.
Year, you know.
On, like, trust me, whenever we party, it goes down, bro. Always.
Yeah. But yeah, so when it comes to diet and stuff, I like to eat clean and all this stuff, you know, but, you know, I'm not...
You're not a fanatic.
No, of course not. I'm very, like, you know, if I want to eat some unhealthy stuff, you know, I do.
What's your favorite dish, by the way? Like, oh, wait, let me guess your favorite dish.
Yeah.
Pickles.
No.
You're such a pickle guy.
I actually hate pickles.
Oh, me too. High five with that, bro. Cheers.
I don't... Yeah, no. Pickles are not good. But it's... you want to know?
Yeah, that's why I asked. No, actually, no. Let's just move on.
Let's just move on? Okay. No, but, like, do you want to keep on guessing, or do you want me to tell you?
I can guess one more time.
Okay.
Give me a hint. Give me a hint, bro. Like...
It's delicious. It's so
that
delicious.
Was such a bad hint.
It's the
you need
best
to say,
hint.
like...
The best hint. Try.
Burger.
No.
Pizza.
Yes. Okay, so my next question for you is going to be like, when it comes to kids and stuff. Thank you, Rob. When it comes to kids and stuff, when do you think would be the right time to have kids? You know? Don't look at me that way as if you already have a kid, do you? No.
No, I don't have
You don't know if you have any, but you know.
Nah, fuck you, fuck you.
No, but it's a serious question. Like, you're 21 now. You're
Yeah.
free living.
Yeah.
You basically live in a bag. You travel a lot. When do you think is the right time to like settle down? You know, everyone has different opinions about this.
You should settle down whenever you want to settle down, but like in my case, I don't think I'll ever settle down. Like whenever I get a beautiful wife and nice wife and you know sweet wife, some beautiful kids, we will still travel the world. You know, we will still go out and experience stuff. Like of course taking the school stuff with us because education is important. You know what I'm saying? But we would never. I don't feel like I would never. Of course, never say never. But I don't feel like I would never settle down one place and then just. You know, get one dog.
Yeah.
One
The
cut
normal,
the grass by
the normal
automatic,
vibe,
two
yeah.
small kids and stuff.
Yeah. No, I guess my question is more or less just like, because getting kids, let's be honest, it's a huge commitment. It's not something you just do and you know whatever. It takes time. You need to treat this, you know, with your whole heart and soul. It takes time.
Yeah.
When do you think you would be ready for something like that? When have Kris done all this shit,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, like, destiny knows when the right time is the right time. I'm gonna do it, but I can't say like it needs to be not now or in 5 years or whatever. Because, of course, right now would maybe not be the best time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, if you know, I just believe in like destiny knows. You know.
Yeah, let it happen whenever it happens.
Yeah, exactly. And like, whenever it happens, I assume it's the right time for it to happen. So I don't know, but I feel like honestly, there'll be. Like it's gonna be in some years, you know, maybe after I'm 30, like maybe in 10 years.
I'm thinking.
You're thinking
After my 20s?
right now.
After my
Like
20s?
tomorrow.
I'm thinking after my 20s or late 20s, you know, because then I can, you know, have traveled. If I haven't done all the things that I've wanted to do, it's on me, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's about the right time.
Yeah.
To get kids.
I don't know. I mean, like you should do it whenever you want to, you know, and like whenever it happens, as you said, it happens. So it's always hard.
Talking about that though, like, what do you think about how should a boy and girl use their 20s? You know?
Yeah. Like first of all, I think it's very important that whenever you like finish 9th grade, find out what you want to do, like, and not as in what I want to do for the rest of my life, but find out like what is my interest.
What makes you happy?
Yeah, exactly. That's the question. Like, why does this make you happy, and what makes you happy? Because you need to do that. You can't just go to school and chill around, work until 11 if it doesn't make you happy. Like, I mean, like some people are happy with that because they know they're gonna be lawyers or something.
Yeah.
But you really need to like pursue what makes you happy. If it's traveling, if it's fashion, if it's designing, if it's business, if it's bakery, you know, you need to try to pursue it. You need to try it off, you know, because it's now you got the time. When you're 30 with 2 kids and a wife, you don't have the time to try it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like boys and kids in their 20s, I feel like they should fucking go mental, you know, try stupid stuff, do stuff they regret, fail at stuff, learn from their fails, stop worrying about what others think, stop judging others, just live, laugh, and cry, you know, super cliche, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
You know, a lot of times I'm thinking to myself like, oh, I need to hurry up and get my stuff together, you know. I need to get a house. I need to, you know, all these kind of things.
What?
I'm 21. I'm getting old, you know. Like when I'm 25, I should for sure like have a house. You know what I mean? But then I'm thinking to myself like, when you're 30, you're still almost just a kid, you know.
yeah.
You're not really a grown up when you're 30.
I
I
mean,
look on 30 years old as a grown up, but like when I talk to them, they're like,
Yeah, but like when you're 30, you still had more years as a kid than you had as an adult. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but it's also just like I love your point though, and I totally live by that. It's just like if you have something you believe in and that you want to do it in your 20s because you have time. You can do it. You can always go back to school. You know.
Yeah,
When it comes
that's
to
what I'm saying.
if you love cutting grass, then you go cut grass. Have you any idea of how good of a business that can be for you? If that's your interest, you know exactly what blades to have on the cutting machine. You know, you know what blade. You know the
It's like
weight,
jigsaw.
how much fuel it's supposed to be in it. You know,
Yeah.
you know all these things. You can make a business out of it. You can get a deal with the what do you call it, like the city. Every Sunday you cut the community grass. You know, like you get
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
that's $1 million idea, you know, just from cutting grass. And if that's what you love to do, it's endless possibilities.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the most important is, like, yeah, they should just let what they would love, like, do what they would love to do, you know.
It's never too late to do something. If you're 16 and want to do this, do it. But my point is, in your 20s, I guess that's my initial question, you know. I think is one of the best times to try and pursue your dreams.
Of course,
and
of
do
course,
it, like, go
like,
after it, you know.
Of course, and, like, yeah, I don't have nothing more to say. Like, people should really just try to kill it.
What is your I guess, purpose and motivation for doing what you're doing? What do you want to give the audience, the people, when people come onto your profile? How do you want to inspire them, and what do you want them? How do you want to motivate them and inspire them? What do you want to leave them with? You know, when they see you.
Like, I want to leave them with the feeling of me. You know, I want to be real in everything I do, and I want to be, like, genuine and legit. You know, I don't want to, like, fake shit to pretend I'm, you know, something that I'm not, or, you know, I see a lot of people, for instance, like, they're writing fun phrases and stuff like that, and when you meet them, they don't make a single joke. You know?
Yeah.
It's not them, you know. I want people, when they see my Instagram, for instance, or YouTube, my blogs, and you know it for sure, because you know me too. That's how I am, you know. That's
you
who
meet
I
that
am.
person, yeah.
Yeah, that's just me. And honestly, I never do anything for the fans or for the audience or for the views or, like, or the money or the fame. I just do it because I think it's funny, you know. And if other people think it's funny too, then it's all good, you know what I'm saying? But, like,
Does it, when it comes to, like, views, for instance, does it never affect you?
Yeah, when I have my down periods and I have, like, the hard times, I think, like, why don't I get more views, or why is Instagram decreasing my reach, and why is my star this low today when it was so high yesterday, and, you know, stuff like that. But then I speak with, you know, some of my day ones and some of my real ones, and it's like, I get to the point again, you know, they give me back on track to where, like, I just focus on what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is, like, flying out to Greece and jet skiing around and bungee jumping if you can do that, and snorkeling with, or, you know, diving with fish and surfing and doing stupid stuff, filming it all, creating a video that's just a good vibes, you know. When I see it, I get tears in my eyes. I'm like, fuck, Jarl, you remember back then when I was bit by that sea turtle, you know? It's stuff like that. Or you remember that girl, and et cetera, you know? And that's what I live for. It's like creating the memories and snap it in the lens in the box, and that's it. And if people want to follow because of that, please do. And, like, I always, like, respond on comments and DMs. You see that in my photos. I respond to everyone, because if I was in their place, I would want them to respond. You know, they deserve it. They're like the reason I'm here. But I'm never doing anything that I'm not. You know, I just need myself in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to be true to myself. I would never do anything that's not true to myself.
I see. I mean, when I started my whole YouTube thing, you know, it was more or less to be able to be like a friend, you know, to be able to be like someone's friend in a way, or a big brother, or a younger brother, or a role model. And I wanted to just, like, spread happiness. This has been, like, my number one goal, because I remember back in the day when I came home from school and stuff and was tired, I used to watch different YouTubers that I liked, and it was the highlight of the day was just coming home and finally being able to hang out with them again, you know? It just made my day, like, oh, you know. And when they didn't post, it sucked, because it was, like, the daily dose of, you know, happiness, and you see a person with, like, different perspectives than you, and a person who spreads happiness and stuff, and that's what I want to do. I aspire to be like that, and I truly, I hope deep in my heart that I'm able to be like that for some people. And that's what I want to be and do. Just be shine a ray of light in someone's life.
But I mean, like, that's the entire point of inspiring through all social medias, you know. And that's, of course, that's the idea of everything. You can help some kids out, you know, and maybe adults as well, you know. But I feel like, as I said before, it's always just important. Like, we're not making this podcast for anybody else than ourselves, you know. We're making this podcast because it would be fun, you know. It would be fun conversation.
Also, and
we could affect people's way of seeing things.
Yeah,
you know, we talked a lot about that too, like the system, etc., and careers and money and all this shit. Like, what's really important in life, you know, and we want to tell that, but we're not telling anything that we don't mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And, like, the most important thing for me when it comes to this whole thing is that people can leave with some sort of value from this conversation.
Yeah.
You know? Being able to listen in and be like, okay, either they learn something they have more insights in who you are, who I am, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want people to feel like this is genuine and real. I want
Yeah.
people to be able to feel the realness of our conversation today.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the whole, you know, fame followers thing, what was the thing you wanted to talk about when it came to people accusing you of, you know, a lot of crazy shit?
Yeah. Nah, I mean, like, it's always in, you know, periods, you know, it affects you more sometimes than others, and it's like, it's more like, you know, when you constantly, like, I showed you all my insights, like, I even showed you my story and shit, like, you know, you saw everything yesterday, and it's like, I just feel bad that I need to prove that it's not fake, you know, I feel bad that I need to prove that this is legit. Like, do you ever meet someone and you're like, the first thing you think is like, are you legit?
Yeah.
I think you're fake, you know.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
never the first thought in your mind, you know. So when other people do it to me, I'm like, yo, why do you think that, you know? How is that thought popping, you know?
Yeah. So I guess people, not everyone, but there's some people out there that's kind of like jumped on this bandwagon and accused you for like buying followers and buying likes and stuff.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, and that's not true.
Of course it's not. What
Oh.
I showed you all, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like for everyone. That's
But like what's really happening is like, let's say I post a photo and I can see, shit, this one is so bad, my reach is incredibly horrible, you know, it gets like
Yeah.
10,000 likes, especially if it's an ad, it's shit. So there's two options here, either way there's actually three, either way you just say, okay, it just went bad, you can buy shit, or you can make promotions inside the app. And I was actually surprised that you didn't know about this when I told you yesterday.
Yeah, no idea.
Because I thought everyone knew it, but like, if it's only 10,000 likes and I said like, okay, I at least a reach of, let's say 250,000 people, and I'm like, yo, I want a reach of at least 500,000 on this photo.
Yeah.
I put in X amount of dollars. You can, for instance, get like between 80 and 250,000 in reach if you put in $200 during 7 days.
Yeah.
You put it in, you make the promotion, you set up like the audience, the tag words could be travel, modeling, whatever, you know. And the location could be Scandinavia, LA, etc., Australia. And then, you know, you would get between that estimated reach more of that photo. And of course, you don't know if they would like it, but if your content is good, of course people would like it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then it goes from 10,000. If it gets 250,000 more in reach, it would maybe get, let's say, 30 or maybe 60,000 more likes, you know. So it goes from 10,000 to all of a sudden 50,000 or even maybe 80,000 likes, you know.
Yeah. So
And in my world, that's not to cheat. That's just to, you know, reach more people.
yeah. So you see it as like a tool that's there to help you.
It's inside the app.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's like
So what you're doing is basically
you're reaching new people, you know.
yeah.
And the reason why Instagram does that is like, you have a business profile, it decreases your reach in comparison to a normal profile. Cause
Oh,
it
really?
knows, yeah, because it knows like if you're a business, you have a product to sell in some way, you know. It doesn't know you're a business, but whenever you're a business, you have something to
Oh.
offer. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, they decrease your reach because they know, okay, if we decrease his reach, he might buy the ads because he wants the reach to sell his product. You know?
Yeah.
That's the
sense.
algorithm.
Maybe I should change my profile from business to normal again. Then I don't
That's
know.
why I only have business when I run when I run like ads.
Yeah, okay,
like
okay.
campaigns and stuff
Well,
like that.
I honestly, I think that explains a lot to people. It's more like, okay, well, it's you treat it like more or less like a business, you know.
Yeah.
So people can, okay, yeah.
But I feel like, as I said before, like, I can always defend it, and in worst case, I can just show it, you know. I can, you know, you saw it yesterday, I can show it inside the app, inside my phone, you know, you can
Yeah.
fucking see it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know why some Chinese kid is following with no, like, fucking pictures, but he's still DMing me, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it is a real human, you know?
Yeah.
And what I'm getting tired of is basically just people who's accusing me for something that's not right, you know? And I feel...
Bro,
Yeah, but
if
it's
there's
the
one
same,
person who
bro.
knows,
it's
I'm
the same.
You know, yeah,
and
yeah.
as we talked about yesterday too, like in a smaller format, when you hear it a million of times from all sides, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. Then at some point, you get crazy. You start to believe like, or you ask yourself that question: is it fake?
Yeah, like is
Is it fake?
Yeah, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it fake? You know, and you're like, you know it's not fake. You know what I'm saying? You know it's not fake. But when you hear it so many times, you just get like, oh.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
You know, it makes me so furious. You know, it's like my energy is just about to, you know, because, you know.
The only thing I can say to you is what you say to me. Is like, no matter what, like how much you try to control that, you know, the universe is going to take care of it itself. It's if you stress out about it, it's just gonna make it worse for you.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
and if you know you have everything on your side, you know whatever, then again, time will tell, right?
Yeah.
So
But it's the same thing. Then some people are like, oh, you have 200 photos or 300 photos. How can you have so many followers? I'm like, dude, watch my profile. It's been active since 2013. I just deleted all my old stuff, you know?
yeah. Well, if the photo's good, you don't need to post more than 50. You can have a popping profile, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck it.
I hope you addressed that as like enough. If you want to say
Yeah.
anything more, then for sure, just say whatever.
Yeah.
But to end it on a good note, I want to know your best memory when it comes to like one of your followers, a fan. You know,
Yeah.
like what is when you think back, you're like that one moment. That's something that really hit home with you. You know, you have something like that.
Yeah, I have a lot actually. I think like the most special to me, like what's currently popping up in my mind is like not even a week ago actually, maybe 1.5 weeks ago. I was in Croatia and I received this message from a girl. I don't know how old she is, maybe 17 or 16 or something. And she's like she's beautiful. Nothing she's beautiful and she's nice. And she's texting me like, "Oh, you inspire me so much, etc., etc." And I always respond like, even to haters, I always respond to her like, "Yeah, glad to hear that. I'm just pushing my limits, and I'm super glad that it affects your mindset and stuff like that. And like, bless your beautiful soul and shit." And then the next day, bro, she sends a photo with my name tattooed here, like Kristoffer, and a wave, And she's like, "Oh, it's just been drawn. I'm about to get it tattooed right now."
That's dedication.
Dude,
That's actually like
I didn't know what to say,
that's because you're a normal dude. You're not like oh, of course people do that kind of guy. You're like, what?
Yeah,
That's-
you're like,
No,
you wouldn't understand it.
I don't want anyone to like tattoo my name on them. Like don't do that. I would feel responsible. But still, what the heck, bro? That's
Yeah, it's insane.
that makes me a little bit like whoa,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's dedication.
But I mean, like, it's beautiful, Like,
Yeah.
if it really means something for her, like, of course it means a ton to me, like,
you need
know.
honestly, you need to meet up with that girl.
Yeah, but dude,
You have to.
Yeah, I know.
And you should post it on your social media so that the people who see this now can see that photo. That you have to. I
already posted actually like what the photo she sent on my story because I was like, wow, this is taken to like another level now,
It's crazy.
But it's like a big fam, like fam.
Yeah.
Chris
Yeah,
fam.
yeah, that's what I call my followers.
Yeah.
It's a family because
Yeah.
it's not like I don't look at them as just like subscribers or numbers or whatever.
Yeah.
It's legitimately like I see them as family because whenever
Yeah.
I meet these people on the street and stuff, they come up to me and it's just like they know me a lot better than I know myself a lot of times.
Yeah.
They've seen everything from beginning to end,
Yeah.
and it's like an instant connection. When you meet someone who
Yeah,
just
yeah, I know.
the same thing.
The
We
souls
run the
connect,
same
Yeah.
vibe. So it's like so amazing to just like I guess one of my best memories, I mean well, wow, I don't know. The endless like love that's being shown, especially these last couple of months, it's been just
Amazing, hey.
you no idea. Like I wouldn't be able to recover
Yeah.
from all that if it wasn't for my followers and stuff who like believed in me and and then you have I have one memory actually that's like it's more dark but it's a good ending to it, and it was a long time ago I guess. This was someone who had a lot of problems. This was when I was younger, like 16 or something. I did Instagram only, and then she found a lot of happiness, whatever I did, posting photos, and I still, did the same thing, trying to spread positivity. I was a little bit more of a shit kid back then, a little bit more ego, like to take more photos of myself, look at me, But still, I was still the same guy, it was just, I'm mature now. But this girl, she had, I'm not even going to go in depth or detail about how her life was like back then, but
She had a tough time, man.
in the home, parents,
Yeah. I know.
doing just things that's unimaginable to do to a kid, right? She lived in foster home, arms all cut up,
Yeah.
really heartbreaking to like see this stuff. And then for some weird reason, like you just some of the fans you talk to, you just connect with them, and I could feel that she needed so much help and support, you know, from people. But whenever I talked with her, it was almost like that was all she needed, you know. So she wasn't trying to steal my time, no nothing. It was just like it was her way of feeling safe in a way. So we talked a little bit, and she actually posted I took a photo with her name in my palm, and then I like sent it to her and stuff, and then she posted like a blog post later on, a couple years or something, and said that, you know, I'd saved her life because she didn't want to live anymore, and that's
beautiful.
just like me showing her that, you know, I care, I don't give a shit about, you know, if you cut yourself. Not that I'm saying she should, but like you're hurt, you know what I mean? I don't care that, you know, you had all this shit happen to you. You don't deserve that stuff, you know? You don't deserve that. And for her just seeing me just giving that love to her, because apparently it was just like, she was never liked by anyone. No matter where she went, people wouldn't stay away from her. So, I remember Mom came home one day, and she'd seen the blog post, and Mom started bawling her eyes, started crying. She was, you know, like, I'm so proud of you. Like, you literally saved like a person's life just by talking. Like, it took me like no time. The amount of time we talked together was probably 3 hours in total. You know, just like back and forth a little bit. You know, checking in, like, how are you doing today? You're fine. You know, and that's it. You know, and that's like having that amount of influence on people. It's scary, but also it's like amazing, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Of course.
Wow, bro.
I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. It's beautiful, bro. Damn.
Yeah, it's yeah, you gotta love your followers. Plain and simple. That's the reason why we're here.
Yeah, that's like what I always say. It's like they made a dream come possible for just a 21-year-old boy from Denmark, you know? Just a smart kid back then when I started. Like, you guys did it.
They're the family.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kris.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, thanks for coming on. I freaking appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate
awesome
being here,
conversation.
bro. Like, it was awesome, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you can have one of my rings.
Really now?
This one is $2, so you can have
it.
You know, it's about the signal, you know what I'm saying? It was awesome, bro.
So yeah, bro. Dude. Heck, bro. Appreciate that, man.
That's why it went so big, bro. It's like, that's just what happened.
Wait. You know what I find really funny, bro? What? He's sitting the opposite way of the camera.
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Sorry.
He's
Why is
really
nobody
comfortable.
saying anything?